Good morning, collective. I would like to start off by saying that my silence has not been fear. My silence has been working, and doing what my Father told me to actually do his work, which would be Jesus. I am the chosen one. Whether you believe it or not, my strength and my powers have been tested. With witchcraft, there's people that's unalived. My Father he allowed things to happen, and then he told me to send it back 10 times fold. So if you're wishing death spells on me, or anything, sex spells, or any type of spells, you are your readers, and you're actually in my space, you will lose your gifts, or your gifts will be limited, because you are crossing the line. My Father said this, which is Jesus. I am the chosen one. This has been a new rebirth. You have to come to the conclusion that in order for you to see my Father or a higher Father, you have to go through me, whether you believe it or not. I'm going to let you know, Matthew 19:2-6, it says, my Father said, what did he do? Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible. With God, all things are possible. So what you see is the possible, not the impossible, the possible. You're right. I did speak to the divine masculine. I spoke to him on the phone. Well, he answered and I spoke. And I did give him information about the person that he was actually with. And I told him that his ancestors and mother and his twin stood with me. And they don't approve of this. And I would help him, unbind him, for him to get away from her, for him to repent and give his life back and commit to Christ. I told him that. Well, as you see, he did not follow. I also told him, which I didn't know whether he did it again or it had already been done again. I told him that anything that comes to me this point forward, I've been instructed to send it back 10 times fold if it's actually death. Death spells or anything with my mind, anything on me, period. I'm sending back in 10 times fold. I may not look like what you feel the chosen one should look like. But if you want to take that chance with your children, with this gang stalking, with coming over to me, with freak accidents are happening. Those are not freak accidents. That's karma. If it doesn't get you, it will get your family. It will attack you. I'm not touching anything. There's no candles. There's no nothing. This is all I use is this, to pray. I have no formula. I'm not putting witchcraft on you. I'm not doing anything to send anything to you besides your own karma by wishing me death. You will receive what you put out. You will reap what you sow. And that's a promise. That's biblical. Regardless to what you think the chosen one should look like. He chose me. I did the work. Everything he asked me to do, I have been obedient. And I have followed that. If they feel, or anyone that feels that I'm not worthy, he knows I was worthy because he chose me, not you. See, when you see it in real time and you guys, the collective that I'm talking to, and you're telling me and you're giving me an advice and you say, well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I've already foreseen this way before. I've told people that they're going to die, and I realized they're not dead yet. But I told them if they didn't finish, they were going to die, or they were going to be put in a position to where they would not be able to hurt anyone again. And they have created generational curses on their families based on this, because there was already a curse there. So now it goes to the next generation. I have broken I have broken a generational curse within my own family. So this is new. My daughter has stood with my family, my ex-family. So she is no longer going to be a part of my life unless she gives her life back to Christ and she does the work. And right now, I would not be giving her anything or leaving her anything. She will go through what I went through. It was meant for them to think that I was crazy. They went through a lot of work to say I was crazy. They went through a lot of work to say that I was a prostitute. They went through a lot of work to say that I was evil and I practiced witchcraft. When anything you've seen is a protection candle. Everybody, there's not one person, not one, that can actually say that you knew me or you know me as a person and I have been unkind to you. I have did you dirty. I've given when I haven't had it to give. I've treated when I didn't have it to treat. I've bought, I've cooked, I've done things out of love. Because that's how I express myself. I show my love with actions. All of these people are showing their love with action. They have their kids gang stalking me. What do you think that you're doing? You're putting their life in jeopardy. You're putting your life in jeopardy. Because if something happened and you come for me, because this is your karma, then you're going to receive karma. And I don't want it to be generational, but that is not my call. That is my Father. My Father, he decides on the punishment. He just tells me to send it back 10 times fold. And that's what I will be doing from this point forward. I have let you guys do this. And now I'm taking a stand. This is going to be my last stand on this. And I would like you to take heed to this. Because I don't care how many groups you get into. I don't care how many people that you put together. You're all going to reap what you sow. Don't come over here. I'm not signing anything. I'm not turning around there and stating that I'm not going to speak at this trial. I am going to speak and I'm going to attend. And I'm going to get what God has promised me for being faithful. He is not going to let you touch me. My ancestors will sleep in the bed with you. They will drive you crazy. You will drive yourself crazy. There are things happening in your home that you cannot explain. There are things that you can't rest. You can't sleep. That is my Father. Archmichael, my angels, my ancestors. They're letting you know it's time to stop. I believe in self-love because it starts in here. Give yourself a hug. I'm giving myself a hug because you can't hurt me. They talked about my Father and he died for us. So why would I be any different? He's prepared me for this, baby. And what they say, I'm Peter built for it. In this new generation, this new way, it's going to be a change. The way you thought things were, it's not going to be that way anymore. Things have changed. It's a new time. It is. And whether you accept it or not, you will receive what you get. You send it, you're going to get it. That's a promise. This is Faith. They have blocked my all my social medias and everything. It wasn't meant for me to say anything. Now they want to know what I have to say. This is what I have to say. There's going to be a couple of deaths here soon. I know for sure in my family directly. There's what has been wished on over and over again. There's going to be some things that's done. It's going to be some innocent people that's hurt for no apparent reason besides people sold their soul to Satan. And they decide to work with Satan instead of the right side of God. Collectives, I thank you for all the support. You tell them, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We stand on business here. Yes, we do. I'm not afraid, and faith and fear cannot live in the same place, and it does not house in this body. It can't stand that. It won't be, my Father won't allow it to sit here. So you don't have to fear me, but you're going to respect my gift. Because you, masculine, head Carmen, I've been waiting on you. See, he gave you some orders, but you didn't follow your orders by the devil or Satan. You didn't follow those orders. He told you to keep him binded away from me. However, he never told you to come for me. You stepped out of your assignment. So he allowed me to send it back to you 10 times fold. And you're going to be the example of my Father's work through me to where it would be proven that I am the chosen one. And it would never be questioned again. And I would never have this conversation again. He chose this time, this format, and I'm done with this conversation. And I appreciate you guys that have followed me and stood by me, because this is important and it's something that everybody needs to know. Self-love's the best love, baby. Give yourself a hug. Peace. We're out of here.